let's talk about champagne. It's really fun to get a chance to sample a champagne that's kind of on the rare side, not because it is a high-priced champagne or it is just a rare champagne that's hard to come across, but this one is kind of very unique in a lot of ways. Usually champagnes are either going to be Chardonnay, a Chardonnay Pinot Meunier, and a Chardonnay Pinot Noir blend. This is a 100% Pinot Meunier. Now, that's pretty impressive. Meunier is a pretty hardy grape. Okay, it needs a lot of clay. Okay, if you don't have clay, you're not going to grow the Meunier. Okay, but if you've got a clay environment, Meunier is going to thrive in that. And because it isn't the primary grape, Chardonnay is obviously the king of the grapes. Any champagne house that really dedicates their effort to a Meunier, I think that's impressive. That shows a serious dedication to their craft and a dedication to a grape. And I'm really excited. And tonight we have the Francis Orban Extra-Brut 100% Meunier. And I'm really, really stoked. So let's open this up and see what we have here. So while I'm opening this up, Francis Orban is a grower producer in the area of Le Vernier, and they sit on about 7.5 hectares. The majority of their vines are going to be 30 to 40 years old, so these are old vines, and that's another hallmark for Meunier is old vines. You got to have the old vines as well as the clay. So let's 5.5 as always. Here we go. Lucky. That was the toughest cork I've ever had to get out. That was a tough cork. So let's pour this here and see what we got. So, as I've always said, when it comes to the Meunier, I can always taste it in the back of my palate. And it's not an unpleasant sensation, it's just I can feel it. There's just something in the Meunier that really gets me in the back of my palate. And this is not only a 100% Meunier, and for the record, I've never had a 100% Meunier before. It also has 3 grams per liter for the dosage. This is an Extra-Brut. And I'm really curious as to how this is going to translate. So I'm expecting it to be smooth. I'm expecting it to be very poised and complex, but it's a 100% Meunier, and I've never had that. So let's first give it a smell and see if we get a nose. Oh, man. I have this saying, champagne should smell like your lover's kiss. I know that sounds weird, but when I smell champagne, that's the thought that comes into my mind is a lover's kiss. That's and this this is there's some honey, there's some apple. I'm not getting any smokiness. But man, that is beautiful. That is just so. Francis, this is beautiful. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. I wasn't expecting this from a 100% Meunier. Let's give it a taste. Oh. I need a minute. I need a minute. I'm going to work backwards. It's astringent. It dried my mouth out instantly. My mouth is very dry right now, and I can feel it. With that Meunier sensation I get in the back of my palate, it's there, okay? But it is balanced. It is smooth. It is elegant. This, I don't know what to say. Oh, this is fresh. It's not lively. Okay, there's a difference between fresh and lively. This is fresh. This is, I don't want to say it's a young champagne, but this is meant to be very fresh and light, and it's very light. Again, I was expecting it to be heavy. I was expecting it to be heavy on the palate. This is ethereal on the palate. Oh my God. Francis Orban, you're bringing it. That Meunier, bravo. I mean, that's something that we need to have more of that here. We need to have more Meunier, 100% Meunier. That's, I don't know what to say. Other than I need another glass of this. Wow. That's a glass of champagne. That is a glass of champagne right there. And remember, Meunier is a black skin grape. And that color, it's light gold. And I've used this word once before in describing a champagne. It's ethereal. It's freshness. What some experts are going to say, and I'll be really forthcoming about this, and I'm going to go out on a limb. I disagree with it. I really do. I disagree with it. Some experts have said that this is a young champagne and it needs a few more years in your cellar for it to mature. I disagree with that. I do. This is perfect as it is. When you want a fresh, a almost light champagne that is full of body, full of poise, full of finesse, and refreshing, and I think that's one of those really important categories of champagne. It can be refreshing. I mean, like, people don't think of champagne as refreshing because a lot of champagnes really aren't. They're fantastic to drink, but they don't satiate. They make you want more champagne because it's delicious and because it makes you feel good and it's a wonderful moment. But its freshness, its liveliness doesn't satiate, doesn't satisfy. This is refreshing. When I drink this, it's not that I want more of it because it's delicious, because it is. I want more of it because I feel refreshed in drinking it. So I understand why they would say to let this sit for another 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And you can do that. And you know what? I plan to do that. I've got a couple of bottles that, as I've gone on my journey, that I get bottles and I stash them away and I say, you know what? I'm going to come back to you in 5 years and see where you're at. I'll do the same thing with Francis Orban's Extra-Brut here. But this makes the list of everyday drinking champagne. Not that it's low quality. When I say everyday drinking champagne, I'm talking about champagne you can drink every day and not get tired of it. There are champagnes out there that I love to death. Love them, love them, love them. But you know what? If I have them twice in a row, something gets lost. This I could drink tomorrow. Okay? I could drink this again tomorrow. I could drink this trapped in a desert island. Yeah, I'd pick this. So, this is, you want a different experience. You want to dive into champagne a little bit deeper. You want to see the depths that champagne can go, the complexity that champagne can reach. You need to try a Meunier. You need to try a 100% Meunier grape. And right now, I can honestly say, without any hesitation, this Francis Orban Extra-Brut is in my top 5. It is. This is a fantastic champagne, and I am absolutely excited to sample the other offerings from this house. So, and I hope that in your travels you come across it. And if you are in Minneapolis, where Everyday Bubbly is founded, hopefully in the near future we'll be able to be selling and importing the Francis Orban. But if you see it, let me tell you something, snag it, and just don't grab a bottle of it, grab a couple, because this is a keeper. This is up there with, this is up there, okay? I mean that. So again, thank you all. Have a fantastic night, and champagne every day.